So this is the Grimsel. I've been going to this shop for probably around 30 years. It used to be in a different location on the Botersloot, which is where the current supermarket, the Jumbo, is, which you will see in this video. But I think around 15 years ago they moved to this place, the Groene Passage, the Green Passage, and it's a cooperation with Spirit, which is actually over there. It's sort of a restaurant. There's also Van Binnen, which is an interior design shop. There's also a world shop. Not sure what the proper English name is for it, but I must say, since a couple of years we have the shop, the MARKT, quite close. You'll see that in the video as well. And I prefer their bread. They actually do have the same butter here as at the MARKT, and for around about the same price. But I do buy my tea here. Usually I have Earl Grey, and I forgot the other one's name. I drink it in the morning. I'll look it up when I get home, and I'll probably write it in this video. So this is it. Okay. Of course, in modern supermarkets, the, what do you say, showroom, in Dutch it's etalage, which is a French word, of course. They don't show the inner interior of the shop. Here, there you can see a bit. It's sort of like in between a bit. Of course, this supermarket is for, they say, natural. Sorry, someone's asking me something. Next is the Groene Weg, the Green Way, which is, in Dutch you say biological butchery. I know, of course, that the word biological in English means exactly the opposite of what it means here in Dutch. So it's like an organic butcher. But I do buy meat here once or twice a year. So I actually bought my deck bed. I don't know what is it. I don't know what the English word is. It's what it's actually like this on the bed, with wool in it. Supposedly, well, it said on the label from Texel, which is one of the Dutch islands up north. They do have lovely things there. I mean, everything is from wood. Of course, it's all very expensive, but it is lovely. It is like, you know, these houses for birds. The blankets, the throws. It's even like the lighting. It's just gorgeous. It's just absolutely. You know, like these lights here, they're lovely. God. Yeah, if I had money at the moment. Well, I'm careful anyway. Yeah, I never was very rich, but I did buy a couple of things there. I have like my Christmas wraparound from paper. So you put a little tea light in there, and it sort of blows these, throws these shadows and lights on the walls or on the floor or ground or whatever it's standing up, the table nearby. It's lovely. So this store is called Van Binnen, and it's well, sleeping and living. So this is the Botersloot, which actually is the road where the Grimsel was before. Here is a box to put your clothes and your shoes in when you've finished using them. There's also a box to put plastic in. And then there is the Jumbo, which before this it used to be Super de Boer. And before that it used to be Gebroeders de Jong, and I've been in all of them. So there are actually cashiers working here, which were working there when it was Gebroeders de Jong, which is like 20 years ago. This is one of the main supermarkets I go to, and I buy cookies, ice cream, sometimes some noodle soup, sometimes like Vietnamese or Chinese ba paos, you know, the steamed bread. That's about it. And also cat food and wood for the catty litter box. I buy that either here in the Jumbo or I buy it at the Albert Heijn, which I'll go to next because there is another one close by. The funny thing with this supermarket is that this is the entrance, that is the exit. So if you want to deliver something for the mail, a package, or you need to send something, you know, with a signature, you need to go in here and walk all the way around the shop, and then you end up here. Of course, you can actually go in the exit. You just wait for someone to get out, and then you sort of walk in, which is what I usually do anyway. So, the Jumbo. This is the MARKTHAL. I think it was finished around 2 years ago, and since then it's been Rotterdam's new touristic attraction. And I have 2 shops in here which I visit regularly, sort of. So I'll show you them. So this is Ranamhong, and this is an Asian supermarket. It's like a smaller section of the one on the streets near the Chinese center here in Rotterdam. I get my tofu here, I get my udon noodles or ramen noodles, and I get my sambal here as well, which of course is, you know, from a Dutch brand, but who's counting? I have sambal oelek right now, but I used to have sambal bajak or sambal manis, which is a bit sweeter. The tofu is just 90 cents, at least the one I buy here. So it's a good store. It's a pity that many Dutch people visit this place just to look around, but well, I hope they learn someday. And this is the second shop in a MARKTHAL which I visit, the Albert Heijn, which you've seen before. And you will see one other dependance building store in this video, because there's another one. Well, you know, food for my cats, the wood for my catty litter box, and you know, sometimes beans I buy here as well. Dried beans, dried white beans, dried chickpeas, and sometimes I cannot resist and I buy a cookie. So, the Albert Heijn. So, the third Albert Heijn close to my house. This one is situated on the Main, which is turning into quite a fancy shopping street. Well, for the past 5 or 10 years or so. I remember the bookshop Donner, which is now on the Koolsingel, or Koolsingel if you're English. Used to be in this exact position. I used to buy stuff there, like in the 80s. And there are some photos in the windows here. And yes, well, I already told you what I buy here. I don't come here as much anymore, but when I used to work, I got here quite a lot. So, and as I said, the Main. And of course, I need to show you the entrance. So this is it. This is the shop where I'll buy my ice cream. I won't be buying one today. I'm pretty sure. This is called the IJssalon. Well, the salon of ice cream, I would say. Ice is ice cream or ice, you know, basically sounds the same. But it's ice cream in English and it's ice in Dutch. So, it's so good to see some people enjoying the stuff. I almost forgot. This is MELLEGERS, which is a butcher. But it's een butcher. Butcher in Dutch is een slager. They have great croquettes, sandwiches croquettes, which are lovely. And they also have really good minced meat. And of course they have other unbelievable stuff as well, but I go for the minced meat usually. You know, money. The shop, the MARKT. This is the shop where I buy my bread when I don't bake it myself. I buy the wheat meal I use, the brown one. I buy my sultanas. I buy the butter as well. Eggs, I buy 2 here. Sometimes other things like tomato puree. And I will actually go in now and buy a piece of bread because mine's finished. So, this is Little Italy, which is opposite the MARKT. It used to be on the Main, next to MELLEGERS, the butcher. But they moved here 10-15 years ago or something. I buy here my olive oil, my pasta, my risotto rice. They have parma ham, they have mozzarella, mortadella, parmesan cheese, and I get all that here. Yummy. So I'm standing on the Main, and you see the BINNENROTTE street, and this is where the market is on Tuesdays and Saturdays. At the end of it you see the MARKTHAL, and then here on the Main, on the end of this block is the Albert Heijn, and there with the green striped sun reflection things is the MARKT, and then there, well, it's sort of hidden by, but there's Little Italy, and then of course if you go around the corner there's the Jumbo, and then further on is the Grimsel, and further on still is the first Albert Heijn where I went to. So you get a bit of an overview. So this is the next day, Tuesday, and Tuesday is market day. So I'm walking up there. So over there you see the Jumbo. The street is called the Botersloot, and actually there you see the church, the Sint Laurenskerk, and the market. But I'm going that way because that way the market is too. I'll show you where I buy my vegetables, and I'm gonna do a naughty bit. I'm gonna get myself some chips. Yeah. I just treated myself on a Turkish pizza, and I'm sitting here on the grass at the Hoogstraat, the High Street. And there you see the market. I didn't get chips because I couldn't find the market stall where I usually get my chips. Well, it's been a few weeks since I last bought them, but there's some work being done on the square, so they're working there right now. It's probably somewhere else. I like sitting here. And you just saw little birds, little city birds, which in Dutch are called mussen. I'm not sure what the English name is. It could be sparrow, but I don't know. There are two there again. Lovely. Well, this was it for now, and this is my 1 square kilometer of world where I live. Okay, bye bye.